something I wanted to circle back to, that if you were having trouble finding or trying to work something out, you would go to Scott.
Yeah.
With this show, who would you go to frequently? Would it be writers, or would you guys just go to the artists right off the bat? Like, man, I can't get this shit down. Can you help me with it?
I don't know. I suppose when I was first like drafting an episode, like writing an episode out, it would normally be Mike and Jono I'd get on the phone to, and it, would be a case of like, I'll just give Jono a ring and just go, right, I've got this, trying to work through this scene. And because what would sometimes happen is you'd have like the premise of the episode, which would be about 3 or 4 sentences long, but sometimes when you try to expand outwards, it would feel a bit like flat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would sometimes phone Jono and go, trying to make this work, what do you reckon? And then we try and hash it out of like what it would kind of develop into.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose when it got to like outline script stage, that's when I would really start talking to the guys in storyboard. So like, I mean, they brought so many of their own unique strengths to it. Like Big Jim is fantastic at structure. Like he can take like a kind of wibbly wobbly story and just give it that real backbone that it needs to work. And then you've got Scott, who you'd have like, I mean, I'll give you examples. So there's an episode, Tinker Ed, where Jimmy kind of loses his faith in like fantasy and fairies and stuff. Don't know if you remember the whole the loads of bologna joke that Rolf did when he was paranoid someone was going to steal his bag of bologna. That was Scott. Scott came up with that because it was such a Jimmy fixated episode. There wasn't a lot for like the other characters to do, but like having this stupid gag with Rolf running up and carrying his load of bologna. It just kind of it took like, my dumb idea and just made it a lot like funny and like, a lot more dynamic. So there was that. And then Wooty because he worked with me on the Ed's Come and the Ed's Come in space episode, and I just feel like if you give Wooty something weird, he'll just absolutely run with it. Like, he'll do like that kind of otherworldly stuff and just be, his brain is just another dimension to the rest of us. Like, he just thinks on such another level. And then with Joel, he's fantastic at like, really giving things that emotional like resonance. Do you know what I mean? Like he knows so intuitively how the characters all work together and stuff. So if I was trying to get a particular mood across, or like, a kind of interaction, he'd be great at like, well, Double D would probably say this, or Kevin would probably do that. So they were like 4 kind of like, I'm going to put it like adjudicators of different things I can talk to. Like, go leave my offering and go, please, mighty lords, what do I do?